Ghost, I had a question.
Shoot, go ahead.
Like with the healer one, like we have a lot of healers over there on Thane. How are they going to disperse once Thane is dead? And are those mark counts right? Because they look a little bit different than.
They are different, and the BNG accurately reflects what to do after it's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just look at Taylor. Same question.
Okay.
The reason the marks are different is because if the tank healers were rotating every mark during the mark phase, you would essentially only have one healer on each tank for the entirety of the tank phase. Spreading out the marks makes it a lot less efficient and focused. It does also require that all 6 of them publish out vision, but we all know how to do so.
Not being trash, right?
I don't know if there's so much question.
I scouted out.
I don't know if we need to push out.
Yeah, the shades definitely do favor.
Cavaliers.
It's fine. It's fine. Just like we locked in this thing. We did cat BC2 last week. So. Yeah, warriors, you're popping rack on at 50% as soon as you see that shield wall up. Pop, pop. Yes, correct.
That shit hurts so bad. God, it feels good.
It's so weird that, like,
Holy trash. Okay.
every time I look at the schedule
Hey, thing goes,
to see who the Flames play, it's going to be like one of like 6 teams every time. It's always going to be like the Canucks, the Jets, the Oilers, sometimes the Canadians, the Leafs, or the Senators, but like,
Live good.
that's
Die
it.
bad.
Those are the only teams we're going to play this year till the playoffs.
Yeah, which college?
Can you pass me the blanket? Excuse me.
Because like any player who gets traded across the border has to quarantine for 2 weeks. The Winnipeg Jets apparently had a positive test. We played them on like Wednesday or Thursday. And their practice today got canceled or something.
Yes.
Is there still some skills in this bag? Are you gonna finish these?
No.
No.
I like the Zealot.
Not today.
Oh my god.
That's my research.
Still got an output stuff. A rifle? Yeah.
Supposedly it says on there that if he comes back negative, then we don't have to isolate. Just the people in the house don't have to isolate.
So what, we gotta pretty much take him to get tested tomorrow?
Pardon?
So we gotta like take him to get tested
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Well, we can book it.
ASAP?
ASAP would be good, so I'm not bringing it home like to my work.
Yeah.
I don't need to get any like work sick. Come on. Can you bring my other headphone up?
Okay.
I'm resing.
I'm out of range.
Reaper's the top left.
I need a target.
Pull the, pull that, no, hold on. Pull the other ones first.
Reaper's behind.
Because there is a path.
I don't have res, sorry. Well, probably have to stay home.
Yeah,
What do you say?
probably.
Just kind of going through whatever.
Almost everybody's level 9 here, so
I need to target something first.
But at the same time, it's yes.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
No, it's actually pretty good.
It's not great. I'm just not sure what else we can do with this one.
I'm fine with it.
Fire protection potions are faithful then healers.
Do not repop yet, then we're clearing trash.
Not enough mana.
But yes, we'll be repopping Shadow and Fire prior to popping a Shadow again at Mark 4.
I'm gonna enjoy killing these slack-jawed daffodils.
Reaper's left.
Slack-jawed daffodils.
It was decent.
I killed that.
Yeah,
you know who's in Discord?
Oh shit.
Hey, troublemaker.
Can I bring 0 consumables and not get flamed?
Just you would need shotguns.
Getting a war shield? Hell yeah! I'm ready to go. For the chance of summons.
When we get the photos.
I need to get closer. I don't have a target. I need to target something first.
Oh, thank you.
I need a target.
I want to distract her. Oh, there we go.
Request. Pick it up, guys.
Fucking ring quest. And carry time.
So lucky you got that in Discord. Pick it up. Man.
Carry time limited. Yeah, but
Some of these jobbers are...
what's that ring do? It's for the quest.
Yeah, you gotta go to LHC and grab the first quest, baby.
Too far away.
Sorry.
Assuming last week.
I don't have a target.
Tricks, it'd be more funny if there were people who came in Discord at midnight last night. Say, alright,
best.
Well, these two, for instance.
Yeah, at this point they're just
Don't speak up, guys. This is not a safe place. And then can we get a couple get nation credits on
Got my sharpening stones. I'm ready.
No one-handers?
Dude, absolutely not. Although I will take. I poke my head into warrior chat, and Thangos is like, "Oh, warriors are cleaning up."
I'm like, what can you want or just Skylar
Gotta
just
show me
all
what
of
weapons
us?
can we institute?
Probably all of us, unfortunately. I don't know.
No, we are not ready.
Whoa, don't even open the door. I wasn't out of the door yet.
Damn, I'm going first.
The door is here.
Watch your pots, guys.
Let me know when you guys have something.
We on Joker?
Zogna.
Invite Jonda. I'm Xing up in guild, and no one's
Zogna,
inviting
X
me.
him up, dude. You're not the right guild. Of course we have space.
Oh, we make space for John.
Where are you?
You guys can free pop
Let me
now,
see your
by the way.
tank here. Let me see your tank here.
Guys, free pop your fire and shadow right now.
Yeah, I'm zoned in. Yeah, don't worry.
See drop group, yeah. Also good job, nobody's up here. Send.
12 out of 15? Oh, save me, daddy.
You could be our 13th.
Okay, so Jog, the only thing you need to know right now on full course, killing Thane first, popping Death Wish and Run at 50% as soon as you see an optional wall responding. And from there on out, just rotate between horsemen and don't get more than 4 steps.
Safe spot.
Yeah, it just goes up. Take it.
1, 2,
So Jog into us. Make me proud, warrior boys.
No hunters.
My wallet. You need mine?
Hot it up. He's hot.
Jog, do not go near Xylem at all.
I'm just trying to decide. I'm not symptomatic healthcare.
So after the first one, you go between Llama
Big black circles on the ground.
and Mograsa.
So, I'm sure everybody's pre-popping now.
I don't remember how I did like all of them all together. Remember how I did like all of us?
Yeah.
So, anybody have any last second questions in regards to tanking? That all the tanks are the same from Thursday, are doing the same assignments?
I'm taking first.
Yes, you're taking Mograne, and Impetus is taking Mograne off. And Dread is tanking Thane, and nobody is taking it off of Dread because the boss will be dead. Hopefully.
Give me like
Two-wheel
4
tank.
seconds or so before you guys start
Two-wheel
opening up.
tanking, or how does he do it?
He's gonna pop hard.
Yeah, I'm just in sub gear.
Dread, you should have shadows now too.
Wait, are you in pure
already
sub
popped
gear,
Shadow.
or are you in like other tank gear?
I'm in full tank gear, but it's I'm hybrid.
Yo, this hybrid sub gear.
I gotta come back and
Oh, I can hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can hear,
Everybody log out. Log out.
you can hear the blue screen going.
Yeah, I have a blue screen.
1 minute for that anyways.
Shit.
Dude, you're hard hard drive's dying. It's just like
COVID spreading everywhere in Toronto.
shut up. Lockdown.
Just Tirana.
Make sure it's not more than 5 minutes, guys.
Sweeney.
Log in before the 5 o'clock.
What's up, man?
I don't think it'll be that long.
Dude, it sounds like a fucking
Vibrator.
I was gonna say.
CPU stand.
And that is not a healthy sound for
Does sound like a fan.
I'm gonna enjoy killing these slack-jawed daffodils.
That is not a good sound.
Coming out of the speakers,
Okay,
thankfully.
logging
not
back
right
out.
in the card.
Starting the timer.
My computer did that was the graphics card was probably corrupted or some shit.
While we're here, does any healers have any questions?
Yes, please, guys, get any questions out of the way.
Yes.
Yes, he says.
Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Send me a message in guild chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our rotations basically get up to 3 marks on the road to 6 spots.
Yes. Well, no, so say, after Thane is done, right, and say you're on Blue Mountain,
Thank
right,
you
you're getting 3
very
marks
much
on
for
Blue Mountain,
too
and
much
you're going to
to
Xylek and getting 3 marks on Xylek.
Kyler's gonna go
Brain, by the time
two
you
school messages
have 3 marks on the brain,
one
your 3 marks from Blue
impact
Mountain
is
should be
the
done.
another.
There's not a point to save squad.
But no melee on the side.
So like Thane eliminates
It out for a rotation.
yeah, no, Xylek's gonna be the last one alive, and it's just gonna be the range just chilling. So we're gonna burn Thane, and then we're gonna work on Glamel, bring Xylek simultaneously, but without Mograine. The melee might have to sit out to drop stacks, because if you get 3 stacks on Glamel and 3 stacks on Mograine, you just go to safe spot, drop the last couple seconds on Glamel, just go back.
This boss is easy. One shot.
Why did they call them messengers?
So I don't have to do
I don't know, maybe wait a day or two, see how everyone's feeling.
Kill the other 3.
It is still concerning about Emma.
I'm gonna use my fucking t-shirt, dog.
Don't enter
Start
35 yards within Xylek.
So anyways, Jock just started blasting. No, you can't go in with
Just super important.
I don't think your range is too short of
Shit.
Just you guys just don't even go in on it. When it's a lot of
Make
dead,
sure to
it's
reload.
dead. Just stand there.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'll be back on.
It's a bit stressful.
especially Emma.
Okay, I'll log in.
She should send out another email.
Does Thangos have a Thunder Fury yet?
Not everybody has quarantine.
We haven't been doing it. We haven't been doing MCs. We haven't done MC in
I mean, we all know it might have been something.
Yeah, they really should be sending out another email to say, correction, sorry everybody.
Sogda coming in is putting it out.
Jogs is getting
Because that one was definitely personalized towards you.
Dude, I was literally
Or us, you know.
But it sounds like you get it.
I definitely
Child
know it.
identified as a
Well, no, like the last one said, like, look forward to seeing Kyler at school tomorrow.
Kyler not his glasses.
We all
The ultimate death roll.
Do 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 boo boo do. Where can I?
It's on you, Cambeast, Carter, Jason,
What was I doing?
Warlocks, Mages, Monks.
I got a heart.
Leak Jack.
Mystic Dragon.
That's what I was doing. It's crazy.
You talking to me?
Kinda.
That's crazy.
Out of all the Pokemon that'll be in the wild for like the Hoenn week, only really need Baltoy as a shiny.
Take. That's just a.
Got like Talo, Aaron, Meditite, Rosalia, Carmana. Got all those families already.
Have you decided what I should do?
What do you mean? What color? No, I haven't really put much thought into it. Probably opposite still, I think. Okay.
What was it that my name? Lockouts? Can you save lockouts, or are you guys fucking raiding on Sundays?
Says we're raiding on Sundays just because
Casual 3 days a week.
people want to raid on Sundays because they're so excited.
Wait, aren't we?
I feel like I'm crazy. You don't see my PDF trading 3 days a week. Let me remind you what the rules say that you built in.
I don't think you were there, but I was so sad.
Dude, what is this fucking awesome?
Tune is loading.
Like in the easy clap.
You're gonna need a burn here. What the fuck, dude?
Because we're burning them, dude.
Taylor, are you sure that 2 healers can handle each thing initially? While we're
Yeah.
burning?
Yeah.
I don't understand why there needs to be so many healers over there.
We're at the
Yeah.
Because when you start taking those final parts,
Oh, okay. You're just kind of talking about it. Yeah, but Meteor gets
So
smoked.
we're gonna have Taylor.
But
I
Meteor will be
trust.
less damage.
Just let me ask my questions. We have 2 healers at each one, right? And we're staying presumably on lane until.
yes.
Right. Other healers gonna be peeling out, rotating prior to that. So is that gonna leave one healer keep one the other person for the time being?
No. So see if you look at the.
Do you have other people peeling out while staying?
we're staying late on our rotations too.
So one, which is the red name, Adrian, Nem, and Marjorie are moving to replace the other ones and skipping lane. So Marjorie will move to blue and Adrian will move to Zelia at Mark 2. And then
As long as you haven't figured out actually.
Travis, log in.
Brennan, Sweeney, Sintrix.
Marjorie, Patricio, Nem, just remember
Taylor.
rotating for Marks 2 and 4. You're going straight, you're skipping Thane if that's the next one.
What's wrong with you, front?
We summon Ikara and Brennan with 35 yards left.
What do you need, man?
Yeah, give me one of them, mongoose? Oh, yeah, maybe like, flask of, type?
I'll hit jog to the
Okay, I was supposed to like to.
Oh, yeah!
Okay. Let's get this ready checked. Everybody should have 2 potions pre-popped and their shadow should be off CDs.
How many shadows you got, John?
I got 1 left. So we better one shot.
You have fired.
That's a plan.
Yeah, so everybody know what horsemen they're tanking, who they're taking off.
up strats, nobody fucks up here.
Nem, are you ready? Is Nem ready? He said he's ready. Okay, it's gonna count down. Let's go. There you go. Get the horseman. They're going as fast.
5, 4, 3,
Dread,
2,
a couple seconds.
1.
You can't afford to do too long.
Stack. You got a stack on this guy.
Stack for meteor, guys.
What was I gonna know?
What a fucking waste this is!
Get back to safety. Back to safety. Good work, guys.
Start panning out, start panning out, start panning out. Head up to your locations, head up to your locations. Yeah, yeah. Someone grab Ogre, pull in the corner, please. I can help relieve Globo. I have 5 minutes.
Okay, go out here.
Sweeney, I'm coming to tank. Sweeney, I'm coming to jump out.
Dread, hold green on foot. When you're at you need to call out your voice. Okay, we're gonna start on Dread. Yeah, I Dread to stack. I'm gonna get 3 strikes.
We need it. You can need a tank on Mograine.
Yeah, someone get over here. I'm coming to Mograine.
He's got 3 stacks.
Need someone to relieve on Blamo. Who's next on Blamo?
He's getting you popped if we can. I'm gonna last stand.
Okay, I need one on Blamo. I need someone to
Take
take
us in Mograine right now. Put a shield on. Get him in the corner.
Tank?
Hey,
Tank.
Sweeney, back on Zelly. Sweeney,
Okay,
back on
Hugin's
Zelly.
in. Hugin's in. Perfect. Perfect. I'm out.
Angus is actually on Mograine.
Does Zelik need me to come in on Zelik or good?
I'm good, I'm good.
I need a
I'll
relief on
get
Mograine.
Mograine. I'll get Mograine. I got it.
Okay, tell me when, Sweeney.
Whenever you can. I'm at 4 right now.
After this one. I got Mograine, but I'm already at stack, so
I'm on my way up.
I'm 12 now.
Keep up, Sweeney.
I'm gonna die.
Oh no, Synth, that's not good.
I got 3 stacks on Mograine.
Yeah, what do you have Mograine wise?
I'm off. I can go Mograine.
I'll go Xylek.
You have to die.
Yeah, I'm going Mograine. You go Zelik. I'm coming in. Just anything you can.
Let's go ball.
I'm in.
I'm at 4.
Anytime, yeah, please.
20 seconds for me.
I'm at 4 stack.
Hey, Drake, can you hear us real quick?
Shadow pot's on cooldown.
Shield walling.
One.
I'm coming in on Mograine in 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Angus is gonna need relief on Xylek. When? Right now? Fairly soon. Not my 2 stacks. It's going to you, Travis. Fuck, boys.
I got it.
Oh, what the hell is
Going
killed
to
me?
I'm off. Going to Mograine.
Any big heals?
I'm dead on Xylek. Someone get Xylek.
I need relief on Mograine.
Yep, I'm coming. I'm here. Go.
Grab it.
Eugen has Xylek right now.
I might die
I
on
can
this
take
next
Mograine
round.
off you, Dan.
Fuck.
Who's on Mograine right now? I am. What's your stacks like on Mograine? I have 2.
I can come in on Zelik. Oh, we have no healers over
Yeah,
here.
we're just healers and tanks.
That was looking good too.
Dead.
40, 40, 50, probably. 40, 40, 60.
I have no choice but to obey.
Yeah, burned him.
Could definitely handle the 2 healers.
Are we light on
Kill
healers?
No.
Life is meaningless. It is in
And
death.
when we had the one tank died, it threw off a rotation.
Yeah, and you cannot pull aggro. Like, especially if you see you give an ignite, you have to just stop. Like the whole fight is just tank aggro.
But yeah, that's really good. We got this.
That was on Mograine, right, Taylor?
Yeah.
Back to the normal strat for the next one.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
My mana is low.
Like I said, I realize that's our first attempt on it, really. That's right. People need to take deep breaths, just like we should. As soon as one person died, we just need to refine our rotations on rotation next time.
And none of them get loose silly. That's not
Enough mana.
Yeah, and everyone's gotta make sure to not take extra damage.
Well, even the Izelia came out and gave me
Yeah, it's because it'll mage but
like it now.
Not enough mana.
So that was the first one that bunch was took damage and tried to heal. Yeah, and then the second one.
That spell isn't ready yet.
and you also have to remember that
It's just like a slow and
tanks
steady.
bring a lot of like just mitigation gear, so our threats boot. So people who are going ham initially, I feel like it.
That was a little sketchy.
Oh yeah, you walked up and got crushing off rip. This is...
No, it's. Do you mean like initially off the pole?
Yeah.
You're gonna hit by 2 or 3 of
Oh,
them.
2 or 3 of them. Yeah, I just like, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just casually walk over.
I
and
dropped down to like
just drop
46%,
forward.
and then
Yeah.
I got a couple of misses.
All of
How
a
did-
sudden, my booty flinched.
How did everybody feel about the 2 healers of the tank? It was great for top five.
Taylor said was one of the better people we started.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
otherwise, it was, I don't think we had a problem during the Thane.
Yeah, there was.
It looks like there were 2 main errors that we already discussed.
Okay. Wanna go back to tank then, Jerry?
Yeah, you were. So back to normal things from now on. I'm taking off dread.
I feel like so like what? So did the tank die, and then that kind of what threw us all off there?
Yeah, it's
I mean, we had 2 extra tanks, but like as soon as people can't cross over, basically, right? Like I can't if I'm on Blue Mountain's Island side, like I can't cross over.
No. No, I think. Well, I think when if we after we burn the scary
Yeah,
tank,
but then we're
everybody's
gonna have
be different
4
gear.
tanks just
raid strats to that?
It's in the healing channel if you scroll.
Or if you check the pins, which is probably
On the 7th?
I'm here.
yes.
Sorry, T.
Yeah, so just one, every third,
Okay, so everybody look at your groups on the thing I posted today, because that's what we're gonna make one. So when you're coming off of Mulberry, group 2, which is Gull, Superfund, Sid, as you end up being, you guys are coming off of Mulberry.
You don't have to go to 6, but just run straight across.
Yeah, you just run straight across. Saves a lot of
I need more mana.
You're the reason, Vernon.
I can't use that item yet.
normal strat, guys.
It's still recharging.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll go tank.
Dread, you might have to. Oh shit. Okay. Back up.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, that's my bad. No, I didn't wait either. We're all dead.
Too deep.
Is the more green tank stuff? I assume.
Yeah.
More green's right there.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, he got out of range. Had to run.
Made a bunch of people die, I think. First meteor up the last meteor.
That is
I mean, that was what it was. Mo green out right now percentage like 70,
69.
75.
Are the tanks going too? Are we going too deep with the corners?
Yeah.
You have to go deep.
You have to go deep.
Well, you kind of have to pull them.
But the relief tanks are coming in too early and taking
Yeah.
over.
You have to wait.
The
and
minions
get them all.
to
I still survived. It was the meteor that killed us over there.
No, I'm looking at Debian.
Is that from the first spawn? Because I didn't die from the 5th mark last time. Can't believe I
I'm
didn't
following
meteor.
Dan. Go follow Dan.
Yeah, everyone should Discord. Okay, yeah, so that was after the tank died. That's because there's no tank on the river.
Boss behind.
That's because Brandon died. Well, I think
We got it to 60% on our last attempt.
Yeah, we have Shadow Nukes this time too. We did last time. Shadow and Fire.
I don't know.
Other things just to stay alive.
Whether we burn Thane or not, we still don't seem to have enough experience with the rest of the fight.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I think the rotation.
The rotations are a little sloppy still.
Once people are
Excuse me.
comfortable with the final 3, then that it doesn't matter. I need to pop all those consumables.
I think people know what to do for the most part. I just think that
Getting through some of the mechanics.
it's not necessarily. I think that us having one
Yeah, I guess maybe had you just gone to the back and I just waited to rotate again from Mowgray, that might have worked.
I think mostly it's just a timing thing.
But then I also think the other thing is that the melee groups need to, at that point, just rotate between Blaumau and Mowgray. And then when you have the 2 sets of stacks, sit in the middle, and then go back to the other one. Because like the biggest, like the range groups, and then there should be 2 range groups cycling in and out on Zelek, close to. And then you'll just like again, that'll be the last one that dies while all the tanks just cycle in and out. And healers. But I think it's just the I think the biggest thing is just us waiting, everyone waiting. Just wait for the tank to get 3rd mark, move in, swap, move into the corner, rotate, same thing. Wait for the next one. 3, 6, 9, whatever, 12. The fight might be 8 minutes, but it's all about the timing on the swaps, letting tanks not mess up. Like, we gotta make sure that all of us are on that.
What we can do with the group on. I don't know how easy this is gonna be to convert, but we can realistically start.
We're all in a box.
behind stuff.
Yeah, also the tanks who are leaving though should as the other guy talks, stop attacking. Just stop attacking, generate the threat.
I mean, let's have. I mean, there's nothing really that needs to be so. So we can realistically have all of our DPS start on Fade and then disperse to your groups.
Still one other group that will soak with, let's say, me or whoever rotates in.
Yeah. So let's have Mograin's group start at Mograin.
Let's go main.
Lamau's group start at Thane, and then once everybody gets 3 marks on Thane, the 3 groups roll out
Arissa needs help.
to the safe spot, and then the Thane group goes to
I don't have
Mograin,
rest.
the Xylic group goes to Xylic, Lamau goes to Lamau, and Mograin goes to Xylic. Right, and then we do the rotation from there. But we can start with 3 groups on Thane. Right? Does that make sense?
That should work, yeah.
Right,
Then after people go do one rotation, save spot back, they'll be gone again. So.
Right, there shouldn't be any need to actually save spot besides like avoiding the 4th or 5th mark of Thane or whatever. Right, but what you should be doing, you should be getting 3 marks of Thane on groups. 1, 3, and 4. You should all get 3 marks on Thane. And then groups 1 runs to Mograin, 3 runs to Lamau, 4 runs to South. Right, so groups 1 and 2 will be 1 rotation ahead. That should be right.
Ready check. Hit no if you understood it.
Hit no if you're confused.
Wait, which one is it?
Just hit no if you're confused, and like be honest. Just see if you're fucking confused.
We're just gonna stack up on Thane and do the original.
Unless you're on Mograin edition.
Unless you're on Mograin edition.
Because
Mograin's group has to not start on Thane because their group is soaking the second medium. The second group's medium. You always need a group there to be soaking. So you can't start all 4 groups on Thane. And then myself, if I'm going into relief trail, I might so Amina and Nem, are you guys both confused or are you just
Behind us.
This is our hybrid. This is, you know, we're putting more damage on the Thane, but we're still learning the rotations.
Oh, you're
we're gonna
blocked off.
lean on this Thane bird to be like our actual kill. I don't want to get too far. Burning this shred.
Ramen is alpha as fuck.
don't make me rip it.
Okay, so the only people who shouldn't be on Thane to start DPS wise are Gull, Superfund, Synthesize, Shuna, and Double. You guys will all start on Mograin.
Do not continue. Turn back while there's still time.
Every time one of the horsemen makes like just a normal voice line, I assume that someone pulled it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready, guys. Let's go.
Wait, let me get up in here.
Hey, make sure you're past the door.
Shamans, remember to leave the token.
Are we supposed to be shadow potting for this one?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
electricity!
Reaper's coming up top.
Wow, good that mid gear did him.
All sack.
You guys have to, if you're a DPS on thing, you have to stack. You have to stack.
Always happens.
Oh, you got two credit.
Goodbye.
Run it back. So I think that's why we need to have the groups sit and wait. Just
Yeah,
follow the
so we
rotation.
have.
And the DPS that goes with that tank, just that's all you do. Just follow the
Early and I'm just
I don't know, it seems to be the same thing every time.
So correct me if I'm wrong here. Please, specifically can't use if this is Can we just have groups 3 and 4 just wait at the safe area, just not go to any reinforcement? And we just work on Thane and Motoring to start. We just rotate a tank in 5 DPS.
I mean, we could drag it out to 100 marks. That's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what we're that's technically viable, right?
That seems like so.
So for the mark, for the second group that needs to come and relieve, they can bail early on the range.
Well, they were, but
And the group that's on Thane just has to wait. Like I waited till the last meter and then I left. And I was like, because I thought there was already going to be a group there, but there wasn't. So I technically can sit there and eat a fourth mark on a real event. Just sit there and have it. So the thing doesn't die. But most of the DPS just leave it anyway.
I just think we're trying to improvise on the strat that relies on having the group stay out to transition.
If we're trying to get a group there, right?
Yeah, like we leave one group in safe spot. Yeah, you like yeah, like from the video, we have 4 groups in
You
the
could
front.
leave. You could also leave at 2 marks off the whole range. There's no rush. 2 marks, go.
The only problem with leaving at 2 marks is like you have to go to the safe spot, right? Because you can't leave early and grab the start.
You don't want to grab the third mark. Yeah. But you're halfway there.
I mean, you guys at for groups that's starting on Mograine, you guys could just leave at the second mark, go to the safe spot, and run into the lead. People on Mograine just if we start getting long, it'd be
Follow me.
use of the rotations. As we have duration. So as long as we're not dying to like the 3rd or 4th meter. So group 2, which is Null, Super Fun, Synth, the Shoot, and Double D, you guys just leave Mograine at 2 marks, come meet up with me at the safe spot, and we all go in together.
seems fine.
It's just like random tank deaths on Mograine due to like fire damage or random meteor deaths.
You can't underestimate the amount of damage that Mograine puts out. Like,
No, I know.
It's the
It's for about 4,500 if it's not. It's 4,500 HP. It's 7k buffs.
sure you don't want to share with the class?
Hugon's pulling some tricks.
Junkrat's up.
I think the healers are
Get the Mercy, she's up.
might not be what all the videos say and stuff, but for the most part, Thane is our biggest weakness is a kill something, getting him dead as quick as possible. You guys have Rekka?
Yeah.
Do we want to put an intent at
I don't think we have to. We tried it last time. I don't think we
Yeah, we're short too.
we're realistically only short HE right now.
I'm low on heals.
Potions.
I still think we should put in at least one good attempt.
Yeah. With another tank randomly dying.
I mean, this burning Thane reduces the chance of that happening.
Yeah, but people learning to do the mechanics properly is what's gonna get the fight down. Like group swapping properly is what's gonna get this fight. Not trying to burn them down to get out of it.
Or by clearing a tank dying every time the meteor is. That's a problem. I mean, we can't mitigate that mechanic. It's,
Yeah, 506 You guys don't necessarily have to wait on Dread to be leaving, because Dread is most likely going to get 4 stacks waiting for me on his way out, right? As he's leaving, he's probably going to get the 4. Right? But hopefully I'm going to have a group coming in with me, so Dread. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't need to stay with you as long as they see me and other getting. As long as me and the other group are physically there, you guys can. Yeah, before you're at 4. So as soon as you get 3, we're on our way in. Well, I'm saying for me,
Along
me
this.
running in there, right? The time it takes for me to walk my way over there, press taunt, then Dread is allowed to leave, right? Dread is for sure the 4th stack on his way out. I'm
The
saying
first
you
kill
guys
goes to
most
me.
likely don't have to.
Anyone care to wager?
As long as you see me and my group coming in. As long as me and my group are like almost there, you guys can. Because even if there is a meteor on Dread, most likely we're gonna see it.
Yeah, but you guys, if you're running in that early, you're gonna take an extra.
We're not running in early. We're running in once we get 4 stack, or
Yeah, but
once he gets the 3rd stack.
once the 3rd stack drops, that meteor comes right after. So you
Yeah.
won't be close enough to get the meteor.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have to stay in until they see me physically there.
Literally has to be 3rd stack. You stack with your tank. Meteor drops. You move out to the safe spot. You get a 4th stack as you move to the safe spot. You wait there until the next stack of 6 hits Mograine. You move in on Mograine with that group. That's literally it. You rinse, repeat, back and forth. Like, it's.
So yeah, just wait till the 3rd stack, and then wait for the meteor, then split. And Tango's
I'm on yes.
Taylor's back there. Taylor.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I like my meat extra crispy.
Oh, we're staying in for that meteor.
Whoever's moving in with me on Thane, be ready. Whoever's moving with me on Thane, we're moving in on 6.
I'm at 2 stacks on Thane right now.
Wait till 6. It's gonna be 6, and then meteor, and then we're moving in. 6, meteor, we're moving in.
I died.
Survive.
Blow out circle.
Jason picked him up for now.
There's one go.
Damn it.
I died. Thank
Pump
you.
does it.
What did we lose?
So, I think I got changed, but I don't know how. I can see my body right up against this post.
Did you not have a group with me yet? That was your group, Ted.
No, because other people have stacks from stacking in the beginning. So there isn't another group coming in with me. Because my group is running to catch your group. So no, I don't have a group. Like, we can't do the Zerg strat. We have to just do 4 groups, 2 stay out, 2 move in, and we just rotate. It's the only way the strat's gonna work this way. Like the Thane Zerg works, because then we can get rid of one, like in the first like minute, and then we can actually split up and rotate a bit more. But like we can't. I don't think we'll be able to modify it into the strat that we're currently doing and not screw things up.
We skip ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know if the meteor drops threat. I don't necessarily think so.
Welcome to the Quaker Breakfast Table. It's where spontaneity leads to new traditions.
I think if like if everybody's getting hit by it, right then. No, but I'm saying if you get
I
hit
know
by
I've
it.
talked about Super Mario 64 1,000 times on this channel, but today I'm joined by Simple Flips, and we're gonna dive into the speed running community for this game.
There's tons of really fascinating tricks that most people aren't able to do, so we'll be going through 10 of them. All of these tricks are possible to do, but not all of them are implemented into runs.
And with that, let's get started.
You stack with him. Follow your fucking tank. You stack with him.
The first strat on our list is one of the first tricks that need to be completed, the bomb clip. The idea behind this one is to get star 6 behind the chain chomp's gate. Normally, you have to ground pound that hole 4 times to release the chain chomp. When that's done, he'll bounce around and break the middle gate to allow you to ground the star. However, there's a much faster route.
If you grab this bomb on close to the metal gate and jump in through it immediately after you begin your jump, then you can get in position to grab the bomb with your hands before it blows up. Once grabbed, you'll slide across the ground, and with careful aiming you can push yourself up to the gate. Throwing the bomb will push you through the gate and grant you the start.
It's worth mentioning that for beginners getting into speedrunning this box is an alternative way. The same sort of methods are used to enter the game, but if done right, it's still faster than completing this with a normal route. Jolly Roger Bay, that water stage that sucks playing on but has the best music. There's a really cool trick for completing Star 1, Plunder in the Sunken Ship. Normally, you need to swim down to an eel, swim back up, and come back down to enter the ship. Why the eel is so keen on guarding the ship, well, who knows. I guess he's self-aware of the treasure that can be found underneath, even though there's nothing in it. But anyway, once entering the ship, you have to swim to 4 chests and open them in the correct order, which somehow drains the water, allowing you to grab the star in that box. The longest part about the star is actually getting into the ship and waiting for the eel to come out, but you can skip all of that altogether. This trick is known as the ship clip.
What you want to do is swim at this exact point on the ship and then keep swimming into the wall until Mario fully accelerates and can clip through. But that's not the entire trick, because you also need to swim under the eel in order to make it into the loading zone. This in theory sounds easy, but since you can't actually see the eel or Mario, you just sort of have to do it blindly and from memory. If you aren't careful, the eel can hit you and even knock you out of the ship, forcing you to clip again or to go for another start.
Moving on to Womp's Fortress. Have you ever gotten tired of having to travel by owl to grab the star in the cage? I mean, how does the owl even carry Mario? Well, to save the owl from pulling a muscle, this next speedrun strat is called Owlless. What you'll need to do is get to one of the top platforms on the level.
There's a lot of ways to optimize this by long jumping into the first tree and immediately diving out above. You can also wall jump from where the first piranha is and land on the platform to perform this trick. You need to triple jump with enough speed that you can wall kick, but not so much speed that you'll go flying in the opposite direction, and at as much height as you can, wall jump and immediately hold left. If done correctly, you should be able to land inside of the cage.
When speedrunning this game, star order is crucial in this level. You want to complete this one before you spawn in the tower.
That's because the tower causes a lot of lag, and while lag might not seem like that big of a deal, every second is important in speedrunning, so it's beneficial to complete the star early on in the level.
Makes sense that it wouldn't be.
Consider us like, we don't.
Our next trick also takes place in Womp's Fortress. This is a really interesting trick because there's 2 really fast methods and both are actually used in runs. The name of this trick is called Cannonless, and as the title implies, you complete Star 6, blast away the wall without the cannon.
The first method discovered was to climb up a bit of the level, run across the great platforms that fall, then run across a narrow bridge and kill left at just the right time. The reason you're able to get this star like this is because ledge grabbing into the wall extends Mario's hitbox just enough to touch it. This is one of the harder tricks to do in the game because your precision has to be spot on, or you'll miss and waste tons of precious time. Back in the day, people would reset for hours trying to not only get this trick, but to get everything in the stage right in addition to this trick. Luckily, there's another strategy that allows you to be perfectly accurate every time. You'll start by jumping across the bridge and grabbing the ledge on the right, quickly get up and do a backflip, then do a punch, move down until you grab the bridge's ledge, move the camera to the right, then left, slowly climb up, and hold down, and you should get it every time.
I know that sounds overly complicated, but it's much safer to use this method instead of just running across the bridge and hoping for the best. It still saves way more time than talking to the bomb, waiting for the cannon to open, shooting out of the cannon, and then running up to grab it. The harder strat is kind of like a backup plan for most runs, which is strange because of how difficult it is.
Oh, impetus daddy, show me the way.
Rainbow Ride, the level that literally everyone hates. It kills runs. It kills your mood. It's just not fun. This level is basically just one big death pit. Plus, it contains the longest stars in the game. 2 of those require you to ride up to the top of the level using several magic carpets. After lots of jumping over obstacles and just waiting for the carpet to move, you'll arrive at a pirate ship. Here you'll get 2 stars. One of those is on the tip of the boat while the other requires a cannon to shoot to an island with the other star. Now, as you might expect, speedrunners have fun ways to skip through a lot of this level, and one of those methods is called Lakitu bounce.
Not to be confused with Lakitu skip, which is just a couple of long jumps. This trick involves precise movement to lure the Lakitu to exactly where you'll need him to be when you wall kick off this wall. He is necessary to getting the extra height so you can climb up the slope and then up the pole. As if that wasn't enough, a couple more precise wall kicks will allow you to expertly skip the carpet ride, and skip going all the way around to the cannon bomb.
So imagine this. You're a speedrunner at the end of your run. You have to do this trick 2 times or your run is dead. The pressure must be unbearable for the top player.
Essentially, we're gonna have 10 DPS standing in a safe spot for half the fight rate.
If you thought those speedrun tricks were a breeze, wait until you see Breezeless. I'm sorry, that was just awful. Now, everyone knows the slide levels in this game, and the one featured in Tall Tall Mountain is the hardest variation. If you can make it to the end without dying, you'll get a star easy. However, there's no need to take the slide at all. You can get this star after entering the level within about 10 seconds.
What you'll need to do is triple jump towards the wall jump, and pull back as far as you can, and once you reach peak height, you'll ground pound. If all is done correctly, you'll clip right into the platform with the star. Now how this trick works, I have no idea.
Now what's great for beginner runners is there's a really easy backup that basically anyone can do. Jump into the breezy air at the edge and let yourself fly on the land above you. Then simply jump below where the star is, pull back a bit, and kick in the air. Boom! You're done. It's that easy. And it's not even that much slower. Shifting Sandland. It's another one of those levels that people don't like on their first playthrough. There's so much freaking quicksand. Now inside the pyramid, there's a star all the way to the tip top.
Only thing we're fucking dying to, we're not progressing because tanks are dying.
I might pull again in one sec here. Let's kill this, please. Please. Why can't people just understand? It shouldn't be.
What do you mean it shouldn't be?
Not like my guild. Pretty sure it's their first language.
You never know.
Because you guys need to get in there and press on and get to your positions faster.
A lot of people are from America.
They
speak Spanish.
Doesn't matter if you guys pull initially.
No, not in this guild.
I don't know.
There's mostly people from Vancouver and there's a few people.
Maybe they speak French then.
You guys just run up the
I didn't say Quebec.
Yeah, well still, we're in Canada. People can speak whatever they want.
You're correct, but I don't know why you would say maybe they speak French because they're Vancouver.
If they're in Canada, that's
4,
like our second
3,
language.
2, 1.
French and English still. So now that's what they want to use all the time.
Just don't make excuses for them.
I'm trying to make you understand my point of why I think that's probably why they don't understand.
I like my meat extra crispy.
There's the mark. Here comes the meteor. Alright, get out.
Yeah, I have 2 people going in with me here, guys, on my group. I'm supposed to have 5. So where the fuck is the rest of them?
One go. I think you're supposed to go.
Leave that group in there. Whoever's my group. Whoever was with me on over and just wait. Going in at 6. Okay, so I still think people are rotating early. People are rotating too early.
I should have had Tricks, 5-0, Bang, and Lauer with my own.
Okay, so clearly people are fucking mistaken again. So
If you do not understand what I'm saying, please fucking say it, because like I said,
clearly
so
people
5
are mistaken. You fucking stick with your tank. Stop doing other shit. Stop going rogue. Stop doing whatever you think is right about this fight.
Yeah.
Whoever you fucking tank you're assigned with, just please start fucking following him. Thangos had 2 people run with him. He should have fucking 4 DPS running in with him. We're running in his groups of 5.
Oh, I get silent at my cat.
So can you hear my headset?
My group of 5 is moving up to the safe spot. We're then moving in to relieve Thangos after he relieves Dread, as Dread relieves fucking Impetus from the other side. That is the whole rotation in the front, back and forth. That's all we do. There's nothing about the fucking fight that deviates. Healers do their own shit, they rotate around the room. DPS move together in fucking groups. Stick with your fucking tanks. Stop doing dumb shit. This is why we're not killing it.
I saw a bunch of people like running off to come out with DPS.
As soon as I zone in, I'll put someone on follow. Come over there.
Should not be there. Just spent the last 5 minutes explaining. It's literally like unacceptable for people not to be fucking listening and paying attention. I really don't feel like this concept is very difficult right now. If you guys go into the Raid Strats channel and your name is in group 3 in the top left corner, you are following Soul. Wherever the fuck I go, you are there by my side. Should be Jason, Lauer, Bang, Trix, and Five-O. I should always be with I should be running into Vayne with Lauer and Five-O as the only 2 people with me.
Fantastic sleep. I hope not. Love ya. Late.
Melee groups in the front that everybody's always together.
You can't adapt stupidity. You gotta keep doing the same thing until everybody gets it.
Yeah, we won't have enough soakers like for Constantine pulse. That's the problem. We need to have the patient to soaker as of right now. So I don't know. It's not a hard concept. Like I said, it's very regularly people kill this fight in 8 to 11 minutes. So if ours takes 15 to 20, but we learn the fight, then I don't care. But I don't want to keep wiping 30 seconds into the fight because people can't listen to follow the marker. There are 20 DPS. There are 5 DPS per tank. You follow that tank wherever they go, whether it's tanking Thane, Mograine, Xylek, Blamau, or standing in the safe zone. Wherever that marker is, you are.
This is 100% a fight where, like, a weak group you'll see the weak group because like your group of 5 is doing its part, right? Like, if a healer messes up at the rotation, it fucks up the fight, right? Like, if anyone pulls aggro and gets an extra mark somewhere, it fucks up the fight. It's like everybody has to do their part on the fight.
If we want to continue learning the fight instead of putting like burn Thane attempts, then you guys need to like actually commit to learning the fight. Right? Like Dan and Taylor were saying earlier, we can't mix it and try and do some hybrid strat where we're half burning Thane, half doing rotations. We're either burning Thane.
Normally to get there, you have to slide down the door of the pyramid and climb all the way up. You'll have to make a lot of challenging jumps, avoid blumps and amps, and all sorts of shenanigans. But believe me, there's this strat called Pillarless that saves a ton of time, but man is it challenging.
Do you remember the bomb clip from earlier? Because this trick is just like that, except it's a million times more insane. What you have to do is throw the bomb and then re-grab it just like before, but this time you need to take it a step further, because in order to get that infinite bomb timer that prevents the bomb from exploding, you have to re-drop the bomb and then grab it again. You use the slope for this. Once the bomb has this infinite timer, all you need to do is not stand still, and it won't blow up. This requires you to either be on a slope or in the air. But imagine that you need to traverse the distance between quicksand, which makes it so you cannot jump. After you dive to re-grab the bomb, you'll be making your way towards the pyramid backwards, avoiding the parts of the quicksand that actually kill you through ground pounds and double jumps until you get to the slope of the pyramid. Once you get here, hold back, and as soon as you get the perfect height, then ground pound in order to clip through the top of the pyramid and into the hole.
Damn. Hazy Maze Cave is probably the ugliest level in the whole game, and it also contains some of the most ridiculous tricks too. When speedrunning Mario 64, most levels require you to complete the 100 point star with 8 red coins at the same time. Doing this saves you a lot of time so you don't have to constantly re-enter the level. This concept applies in this level too. All the red coins are found in one section. You'll use these elevators to move them around to get them all. Okay, you know, I know the N64 is primitive, but you can't tell me this yellow and green box is an elevator. Like, just no. Anyway, speedrunners complete the red coins barely touching the elevators because they move too slow for them.
They'll start with the red coins up above. First, they cue the elevator to move and then collect these 2 red coins, then before the platform disappears, you narrowly land on it again. Then jump to this box. From this box you long jump, collect this coin, and land on this tiny slope that you have to quickly jump off of before it's too late. You then land on this box and wall kick off this tiny ledge in order to get the red coin. It is one of the most technical strings of movement in the game.
Even if they complete this coin route perfectly, that eyeball at the top can ruin a run due to bad luck. Sometimes the blue coin won't fall to the ground and the player will have to get back up on the platform to grab it. If you've watched Mario 64 speedruns, you've seen this trick before. It's the most infamous one, known as the BLJ, or backwards long jump. It works by long jumping backwards in conditions where you are constantly able to refresh your jump by hitting the ground quickly, such as a low-hanging ceiling or a set of stairs that you can land on again quickly. Since Nintendo didn't limit your speed going backwards, you can quickly chain together the speed you get from this until eventually you're flying around everywhere. You've probably seen this trick done to skip to the final Bowser level. And
3, 2, 1.
I beg.
Good job, Tank.
I like my meat extra crispy.
Well, actually, he did resist the first one, so I challenging shot, and then I got him.
Well, I don't know about you guys.
I didn't come in, I'm sorry.
I actually had a squad this time. I actually got 5 people.
That's my bad. I didn't come in.
Felt good, guys. Felt good then.
Brandon know what to do because
It's locked.
Brandon know what to do because we never got there before.
It's locked.
It's locked. Damn thought he was on the wrong boss.
Okay, I fucked up.
It's all good, man.
Dan, how many fucking times do we have to do this? 1 million percent, dude!
Yay! Feels good. We actually got
I think get angry. He needs to feel some of the pain.
Yeah, it's tough when there's an actual boss with actual mechanics that go past, you know, stand here for this time, get this buff, don't die, do big damage. Yeah, it's weird when there's a fight with moving parts.
It's okay. That was very good.
That was an improvement.
I will. Maybe what I'll do is, on the third mark, I will start moving a bit more to you. I will stand and wait so you can grab it and then switch it back. Or otherwise, maybe I will just stay there. My group can move to the safe spot because they need to bandage themselves on the fourth mark. I will probably get a heal on the way out if I get a fourth or fifth, or I'll probably survive it. It'll be fine. So I'll stay more in place for you to come in and get it, and then I'll literally just stop attacking. And then once you threat, like once you literally threat, I'm just gonna stand there and just make sure that you have it before I leave.
On the front portion.
It's literally like we just.
Which is really realistically 87%.
We just gotta get through like
Got them both down
5 or 6 rotations each, and
I don't know how long. Yeah.
Right. Like 5 rotations until we do 5 or 6 rotations.
That's fine. That is the relaxing part of the fight.
That's why I'm saying, if some ways,
I mean, you have 8 tanks that can rotate in 2 tank rotations. Something goes terribly wrong.
Brennan just charges in.
You're absolutely in my PNG.
Am I swapping correctly? Answer the question. Yes, there it is.
That is
Hey, where's
Brennan.
my how I get in there, eh? Where's my You get Sweeney fucked up?
You do every pull, Brendan, but like you're the reason that.
Taylor, can you add like a pot plant to the bottom right?
What? What? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I got the animal salad scored because I don't know reasons. Makes it look more professional.
You need to bought
That's
this.
some great loot in Color City.
That thing goes.
I was just crafting stuff for games.
Congrats, Jogda. You won both of those pieces.
Brennan, remind me to make your stuff. Remind me to trade the
I mean, I guess. How far is the circle? Let me see.
Are you talking about their mark range?
Yeah, let's see. You can't really do very.
It's very much.
Actually, Carrie, the second I see you, you know, burn in the dumps. I got a surprise for you.
What?
I got a surprise for you.
Can you get Dread Keneal? Would you mind swapping over and some PG?
Yeah.
Okay, so AG, you're in disc.
Yep.
So what we're doing is just to fill you in.
No,
Yeah,
we don't know what we're doing. Just tell me.
Apparently not.
No. It's the groups are not exact.
Which tank I'm following?
Okay. Okay, so you have them
They're
listed.
repair bot. Does anyone have
Okay,
repair?
you're in group 4. You're following Impetus. Can we drop
There. It's not that complicated of a strat.
It's
There, he just said it right there. He just said the strat. You're good boys are following Tangos. That's the strat.
The strat is as long as the title and 2 words.
Easy cloud.
One would hope, man. One would hope. Let's hope it's.
Hey man, I mean, I've never made a mistake on this fight, so if everyone else could just never make a mistake on this fight, you have it now.
Me neither. I've never seen a 4th mark on me once.
I mean, I have the one time that I specifically told myself to take the 4th mark.
Yeah, healers have a good enough rotation that you never will.
Easiest job on this fucking fight.
Tank
You rotate every third mark,
Nothing but pagans.
and all you do is just fucking rotate in a square. It's literally so fucking easy.
Hey, when we
Absolutely
make
no
the
pressure.
start, add some complications.
Great way to piss 12 people.
Oh, I'm just saying, you guys do not get to say anything.
You're just thinking this fight is a bitch.
Hey man, all I'm saying is you better watch your health.
And let's be fair, 16-year-old gamer showing myself campaigns.
There it is. I'm gonna go to bed crying tonight.
Nick, fuck you too. They're all deleted. I opened up.
Bro, when I was doing the voice action, the person that my name was in his teacher.
Do we have a bot that... I don't know if people have.
Make sure we don't drop the bot.
We should practice over here. Practice in this room. Stack with your tanks. Get in the corners. Start moving.
All the shit in the other room.
Where you standing?
I don't know. Well, I was gonna go over here, but I can see the location. I don't know. We have it, I think. Maybe. I don't think there's a bot.
This is the time. This is the one.
I have a bot on my alt, summon. I can trade to someone.
We're all pushing on you, Lauer.
Oh, there's a bot, guys, right here.
We actually could practice that rotation though if somebody just says like when the
That's what I'm
marks are
saying,
coming.
and then once we get used to like the timing of it,
That's actually so thoughtful.
You don't die, exactly.
If I didn't think we weren't completely brain dead, I would say we don't need this, but if it's going right now, okay, for argument's sake, Skull is the safe zone right now.
Everyone hop on the
Thane
bus.
here.
My
Thane on
tank's not
screen.
moving. My tank's we need a hunter mark.
We couldn't pick a fucking room that's a square.
It doesn't matter. Look, there's 4 corners. There's 4 corners to the circle.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're
See?
saying. No, I get what you're saying.
Just come stand in the middle of the room if you want this is the safe zone. Say Dan is at what? Mograine right now?
Sure, this is around Mograine. Roughly.
This room like barely.
Yeah, let's just. I don't know what we're doing.
This room is not.
Look, no, look what I'm saying.
This is not
Let's just go get another
Look,
tent.
see, there's one corner here, and then there's one.
I'm gonna enjoy killing these slack-jawed daffodils.
So what, you want us to be over here?
Dread, come here.
Okay, so we're over here.
This is a corner.
Here's the corner, and then
Dave's standing here.
Healers might as well
Oh my god.
start just for fun.
this works. Just
We're so goddamn brain dead. I hope no one streaming.
Go over there, Rizzle. Over there.
Oh, good call.
Rizzle.
Are we talking like right here?
Alright, we pulled the boss.
Hold on.
Okay, so why does Dread only have one person? Dread's dead.
I'm missing 2 healers.
Alright, did you make Dread?
Dread's dead.
Alright, Dread's dead.
So Dread is
Wipe.
staying.
Go again. Come
guys.
back. Wipe again.
Okay, listen, guys. Let's not wipe on the mod here.
On the empty room. Wipe on the practice.
Okay, so what? Marks are every 10 seconds, right? 11
Are
seconds.
healers doing rotations here too, Taylor?
No, just watch.
First mark. Okay, first mark went out. Okay, first mark went out.
Oh my god.
Okay, second mark went out. Okay, you ready? And you ready? Third mark went out. And now we rotate. Groups rotate. Rotate.
But he's
Alright, everybody's dead.
5,
Okay, so
4,
me, Jason, and
3,
Trix just got meteored and
2,
we're all dead.
1.
Then he goes dead. Because he only had one person. Okay, ready? And then we do another set. We're gonna do another one. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Alright, should we reset? One of our tanks was AFK.
5, 4, 3,
Next 3 marks.
2,
Okay,
1.
ready? 1, 2. Okay. Boom.
Okay.
There we go. Then that's it.
Wow,
That's
you
it.
guys have a block.
5, 4, 3, 2,
That is literally
1.
it. That is literally the whole thing, right? So now
We're
try it.
we got
No.
this now, guys. Let's go.
Wait, that was a success?
That was terrible practice.
You're calling that a success?
It's fine.
Are we in the same instance here now?
We wiped on the first rotation because I had 2 soakers with me.
Okay.
That's actually us doing the revolution.
Hey, there's so much really like that sealed.
We would deserve that ball, Taylor. By the time this boss dies, I fully expect to get the
I would just grab them all.
Everybody's ready. Let's get a whole timer going.
Remember your training.
Yeah, remember your combat training.
Cobra Kai.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What happened to my 100 pulling for me?
Oh no. Low grade going.
My 100 wasn't.
Get it in the corner. Get it out.
Next time, bring more friends! Next time, bring more friends!
You guys dying.
Next time, bring more friends.
You got it. Did you use your good thing? You're real?
That was my bad. I guess.
Next time, bring more friends.
Oh shit, I made it to blue for the first time, guys.
I like my meat extra crispy.
Black and spongy.
I want my money back for Kim.
You don't stand in.
A horseman just hit me in the head.
Yeah, so yeah, I popped Monty Blow, I popped fucking challenge shot, I popped.
Okay, Brennan, I don't want to hear your excuses anymore, okay?
Yeah. Next time, press rack, alright?
No.
Rack and death wish. Ripped right off me. The way you're used to it.
Okay, so what happened, healer Sam? Give it to me straight.
How much time?
Okay.
Dan and Impetus were taking a lot of damage and trying to hit both
Because
at the same time.
I fucked up the mark, so we got fucked.
Can I give a tip to all the tanks here? As well as probably that might help the DPS, I don't know. There's no point in standing away from the tank or when you're, it's gonna sound stupid, standing behind thing. Okay. I'm going to, whatever tank it is, should be like they doesn't have a cleave or anything.
Just stand on top.
So you guys can. I'm gonna try and stand as close to the middle of thing as possible. So if there's rogues on there or something, they can press backstab still technically be on top of them or be behind them. But you guys need to be like on top. I didn't die to meteor or anything.
Over the years,
some of you guys died
that
to
we are
meteor.
coming down to this kind of stuff.
Because you guys weren't on top.
All over the game during that time, so he had to, right after, pretty much very instantly perform the right actions to turn around and shoot the window to get through.
It's all about the media.
It's very fluent so far. So there was an NPC abuse with Barney. He opened the door. We're going to see this again now. He's shooting the scientist, stopping him. And he got through the door. The scientist was opening the door. He's just skipped the complete chapter.
So like I said, I didn't die because of that, but I think 5 of them died as a result of like you guys being
2 to 3 minutes, I guess. Nice. There was another form of cancelling fall damage there. He was landing on this tiny ladder. When you latch on the ladder, no matter how much fall speed you have, you just lose it instantly.
I guess people were dead.
I feel like the tanks, the timing is getting much better here.
If we straight into a damage boost, utilizing for FPS to take the last FPS damage and save time later on. HP management is very important in marathon.
Is that a question or a suggestion?
Yeah, I was just gonna mention, when you're not getting a medkit, that usually means you're losing like 1.5 seconds. Because you have to invest this exact time to get those 15 HP back from the health recharging.
The horseman to your tank. Okay, so Duffman, you should be pulling it initially to Dread, so Dread doesn't have to walk up to it. And Double D, you should be pulling him back to the tank. Whereas Brennan and Rezel should be running
Nice,
in
that was very,
and
very...
pulling into the corners.
So far, so good on that.
Because you guys are running through. You guys are supposed to be just basically running through your horseman.
Whiter teeth, sensitivity relief? Why not both?
In some bootlegs cases, you wonder how they managed to copy something so exactly without having access to the original factory and molds. Well, in the case of the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bootlegs, they might actually have had that. Now, for those of you unfamiliar, the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure line was based on the look of the turtles in the first few issues of the original Mirage.
killing these slack-jawed
Seen picture in that line. And I say only the first few issues because, as you can see, the turtles' look evolved as the series went on. Now, obviously, another key difference between these guys and the original Mirage guys are the headband colors. In the original comics, they all had red headbands, and these figures have been colored like most Turtles incarnations afterwards. Which is why, personally, when I see these bootlegs, I wanted them quite a bit. I really like the Mirage comics and their look in them, but I prefer the different colored headbands to the all-red ones. I'm sure some of you don't agree with that, that's just my opinion. So if you don't agree with me and want a bootleg set of these guys instead of official ones, there is an all-red band bootleg set that came out before the colored ones. But one of the reasons you might want a bootleg set of these guys compared to the official ones, if you don't just want the colored headbands like I did, is the NECA guys' run got cut kind of short and they're a bit pricey now. Which is why I only have Michelangelo and April from that line. Now the best way to tell if you're looking at a bootleg set of these guys, I mean if you're not looking at the colored headband version, is if they come from China or not. Basically, all sets of these guys coming from China are going to be the bootleg version. If you're worried about getting a bootleg and want to make sure you're getting a legit figure, make sure you get them packaged like this. Because this package was apparently never bootleg, but obviously the tube-style packaging is what they always show up in. Now, actual NECA figures apparently show up in the tube-style packaging as well, so if you see a tube, it's not a clear sign that they're a bootleg. But these bootlegs copy just about everything on an official flags. Also, the guys who came in the clamshell packaging in some of the sets, not all, came with more accessories than the ones in the tube packaging. But there is a really nice advantage to the tubes. Too legit! Point.
And we're getting that down
didn't have to do with the DPS. All the horsemen were between 40 and 50% each, so it was actually very even on our buff attempts. If the tanks hadn't fucked that up.
Oh, you guys zerked it so quick, dude. I thought we had it, and then people were just dropping. And it was just like a matter of people not sticking with their marks and sticking with their tank. And I think it's
everybody started to panic, so we have a lot more exposure to this fight, which is nice.
Yeah, we've kind of ironed out that issue. The same thing would be with the Thane strap. You zerk Thane, and then you stick with your tank, and you just follow your tank. And then your fight just goes like that until you kill all the rest of that. As the other two die, it's just slow and steady wins the race. We endure.
Normally I would say everybody try to re-get buffs. We can put another buff attempt into it. Just one attempt.
Smack it. Smack it.
Yeah, anyway, get ready, check.
I know what you meant.
5,
We're going.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Mark, then Meteor here. Mark, then Meteor, and then we move. Next
For now?
group,
Alright, you got 3. I'm
Meteor.
coming down. I'm coming down.
Okay, I'm rotating over onto you.
I'm coming, Fred.
Next time, bring more friends!
God damn it.
I have one person left in my group.
It's okay.
I'm to where I started. I'm so happy.
Same, that was close. Progress.
I like my meat extra crispy! Bring more friends!
We lost the tank over here.
Just keep trying.
This is insane.
Like,
Insane, guys. Come on.
I like my meat extra crispy!
I didn't know what to do. I'm so confused. It's like, where'd I go?
Next time, bring more friends!
Oh, this is amazing.
that's the see. And imagine if we had buffs. One was
I like my meat extra crispy!
It's still gotta be cleaner.
Okay.
That was way better. That was way better than anything we've ever done.
Still alive.
How many minutes? How many minutes? No, 8-minute fight. Yeah, we can 8-minute.
With buffs, it'd be a
some
the
guilds
way
are doing it
we're
like
doing it right there, that would be on pace for about a 20.
Should we never go to
In case you're unfamiliar, you need 70 stars to access the Final Bowser, but you can bypass that by using a BLJ up the stairs so they don't endlessly repeat.
While these are cool, most people could probably learn this trick with just a little bit of practice. But there's a really cool trick where you can BLJ into the water in Jolly Roger Bay. While it doesn't apply in runs, having a metal cap and then doing a BLJ off of this rock and turn into the ray will allow you to fly through the water and into the cave much quicker than swimming will allow you to.
And before we move to number 1, for the first time on my channel, I wanted to give an honorable mention to the cyclemic trick. This one isn't that technically challenging, but it's the most famous one outside of BLJs. What's funny about it is the way the name was brought to shape. Narcissa Wright, or Cosmo Wright at the time, was speedrunning Mario 64 for fun. At this time period, the top Mario 64 runner was cyclemic, and nobody was as good as him.
Cosmo didn't really know any of the top tricks, but there's one in the very chat stage. The idea is to skip the text box by hitting the switch and grabbing the star before hitting the ground. It requires a pretty precise triple jump and wall jump, and Cosmo pulled it off.
Cyclonic!
Teamwork works.
It's 2 out of the last 3 times.
Stay on track.
It's not your fault.
You remember Bomb Clip, right? In Pillarless? Well, imagine those tricks but rolled together into what can be better described as stupid. Like, just stupid hard. Like, so hard that only one person has ever completed this.
So first, you've got to get this bomb inflated and regrab, which in itself is hard enough to do, but you're doing this while it's windy and pushing you around. Then, after some incredibly precise edge stutters, start moving your way over to the warp all the way over here. You need to space your movement perfectly that you slide into the warp, but you can't be sliding for too long because Mario will drop the bomb if you do. Once you get up here, you walk off the stage to reactivate the bomb by entering its radius and start to move backwards but with full movement control. From here, you do some incredibly precise side flips, and then, to end it all, 2 back-to-back glitchy wall kicks to be able to ground pound onto the floor backwards.
It's by far the most insane trick in the game. Now, we are definitely stretching the fact that this can be done by humans, but this trick is so cool that we had to include it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this top 10, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Also, go check out Naxxramas on Twitch and YouTube if you want to see him perform stupidly hard BLJs and SM64 raw pets. Leave a comment and let us know what your favorite Mario 64 speedrun trick is
When
and
they get
why.
phased, they don't get hit by
Send it home,
So yeah,
Nathan.
we could theoretically just park them there, and then the tanks would never drop that buff. Because they're, as of right now, like, it's
I don't
coming
think
with
it's that
me.
big of a deal, to be honest.
No, it's not a huge deal, but it's something.
Hey, what's up?
I think
This is the universe, I think, is kind of like that. Sure, they're big and bulky and strong looking, but in general, they're just kind of straight up and down guys. And the only other toy line in the Mirage comics, he's also the angry, aggressive. They decided to release them in these colors again. They released them in the Mondo figures, and now in the amazing Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates line, they're continuing with these colors. Softer. They're not like the eyes aren't as deep.
Leave before it's too late.
Well, no, they need to drop the
First up, we've got the leader of the Ninja Turtles, Leo. Now, one of the best things about the Softhead Turtles is that there is no seam in the head. It's like all one piece, and it looks a lot nicer than how in the hard heads you have a pretty thick seam.
Just drop your totem clusters there and just
Also, lots of times with these Softhead Turtles, the details are a lot sharper. And my guess is that they probably made these first, and then they, made copies of these molds. So then you'd get these hardhead molds, and the details become a lot softer. They're not like the eyes aren't as deep.
Or whatever melee or with you, at least you all get
If Xylic didn't exist,
some of the other things
there is
too,
a
like
world
the
where you rotate tanks in
sometimes the
DPS
arms
with healers the
can
way the
appear
healers
bigger.
So you would have a group of DPS that would be moving on one.
Even with like the legs, the seams seem a lot more heavier.
You would just rotate in a square around.
And if you look at the backs of them too, even the paint that they used on the backs of these guys is a lot shinier than this paint on his shell.
You could,
You
but the
can't
melee
really
would
see much of a difference between the, the belt is shinier for this guy.
Right, you would always have.
But other than that, it appears very similar. Swords. It just looks awesome. Now, if you look at the two heads here, you'll see that this one is definitely bigger. It's wider, and it just looks like the proportions look a lot better. Even here, if you look at the side, and you can see like how his nose sticks out further than this one. This one is almost getting like a little bit like a pinhead, where this guy, he looks a lot better.
Okay.
If you die there, just yeah, it'll probably our second to last attempt for the night.
On a scale of 1 to 10, when it comes to standing up, Leonardo is probably a 5. Sometimes you're playing with it forever, and sometimes he'll stand right away for you. So he's in the middle, but he's still kind of crummy. Much like Leonardo, Raphael has the same kind of things going on, where you can clearly see that the muscle definition in his arms, and the face especially, look a lot nicer on the soft-headed figure. Like that is such a heavy-duty seam there. The soft-head guy, he's got none of that. And it just looks great,
Forgive me.
Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, Raphael is a 10 when it comes to standing. He is the easiest Ninja Turtle to stand, and I would have loved to have him as a kid because, like, I always have to ask my dad to pretty much, like, make all my guys stand up. I could never get, like, Donatello to stand at all. So, he would have been great. As you can see, it's the same deal. This head is a little bit more shrunken in. I wish they had more information about that. I would really be curious about, like knowing the actual production information, like, you know, did they shrink these molds down? Did they make copies of them, and that's why all these are smaller than this one? Or, you know, I don't think it's a case of this shrinking over time. I just think that that's how he was. This soft-head Michelangelo has got some spots in his arms, which sucks because, you know, you don't want that. You don't want your figure to break down and melt over time. Like, who knows what's going to happen to these guys
I thought he was still talking about
in your lifetime. Up next, we have everybody's favorite party dude, Michelangelo. And right away, I can see this soft-head Michelangelo has got some spots in his arms, which sucks because, you know, you don't want that. You don't want your figure to break down and melt over time. Like, who knows what's going to happen to these guys in your lifetime. So, again, he's got the seams, the heavy seams.
Like 100% get a pair of boots you can wear from this.
You know, this one's got a little notch or something here in the by the bicep, which is kind of strange. The best. When it comes to standing, I give Michelangelo a 7 or an 8. He's definitely a lot easier
7 or an 8
than Leonardo. And yeah, you can, like I said, you can clearly see the thickness of the width of the head.
Do a partial consumer.
Putting on what I got.
You know, maybe the neck isn't so bad. Like, it's nice having the neck taper here at the bottom for these guys. But just the tops and the beaks of them looks a lot nicer on these guys. And I really hate Michelangelo's nunchucks for these toys, because you do always break it. And, like, you know, I remember as a kid you try to stick them in here, but that is just not a good idea because they break so easily.
Did you watch it, Supremus? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been 2 days.
So I warn you, you get a Michelangelo, if your nunchuck is intact, be very, very careful. And the final turtle is Donatello. And I think out of all these turtles, the head sculpt really lost a lot from this hardhead figure. But it might be one of those things where, too, it's like a quality control thing. Where,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This soft head actually looks a lot smaller than these hardhead figures. But it does have the width from the front to back. It looks nicer. Also, most of these Ninja Turtle figures, the soft head is very similar to the brown. Now, it doesn't come up as well on video here, but the rubber here for the head is like almost has like an underlying black or like dark blue kind of color to the brown that, you know, is completely missing from this guy. Like, you know, that brown matches this brown almost perfectly in person. But, you know, there's just something about this head that without these lights, it's a lot darker.
That was a perfect swap, dude. That's how we do it.
In general, you know, looks like I broke the part of this belt on him.
Bandage up. Make sure you have a full stack of bandages for this one. You're gonna need it. Okay, next mark in 3. Sorry, not 3.
But like,
Next mark's
yeah, like the side of his head there looks so much nicer. And like I said, it might be kind of hard to pick it up. It just looks so much fuller. And it's too dark. Let's see. Nope. I got one more, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Actually, That one looks a lot nicer. That one is
Same thing.
a little better.
I have 3 stacks.
Oh, no. I don't know.
Good potatoes, guys.
Sometimes it's hard to tell. And plus, like, I don't know if this shrunk. This was also from the same lot of being stuck in the garage, and like I don't know if this head is just smaller, or because like it looks like the seam around the bottom of the neck here is a little misshapen. Did he come like that originally? Did it melt? Did it, you know, did it shrink from the heat? What happened? Let me know how yours are looking after all this time. Donatello, of course, comes with his bow strap. Now, if you were like me, the bow staff is probably the best Ninja Turtle weapon because any stick you could pick up from, you know, the side of your street, you could pretend that it was a staff and it would sit. When it comes to his ability to stand, I give him a 2. He is the worst turtle of all when it comes to standing. He always falls over, and as a kid, I could never get him to stand up. I hate his legs. And, you know, they keep pretty much the same exact stance to Metalhead, and every single Donatello figure kind of has this stand. I hate it. Like, why would they do this? Why would they make it so difficult just to get this guy to stand? I know they're trying to go for, like, a... You know, they're trying to make him look dynamic and everything like that, but holy crap, this guy was a pain. So, at the moment, for me, the winners are the soft-headed turtles. You know, they seem to be a little closer to probably what they had intended the turtles to look like. The sculpts and the heads, the sizes of the arms and the bodies are bigger. You know, they're a little sharper and clearer. Later on, I think, you know, like I said, I think they made copies, and then after making the molds for so many of these Ninja Turtles, there was just a little bit of detail that was lost in there that really helps push these guys to be on top. But these guys do have negatives, such as the very common problem of the plastic breaking down. You know, I could even see now, I didn't notice it before, but there are spots on my Donatello's arm. That's a bummer. You know, that's going to be a problem. Plus, I don't know if, you know, my Donatello's head is a little shrunken. I don't know. But let me know what you think. Let me know. Just not everything is complete.
Gonna be done for tonight. But what we will be doing, we're doing 20 mans tomorrow. It's not on the sign up. I'm gonna put it. We're gonna be killing the fucking boss. So Brennan, please come. Chance of the real. Like me, Yugen, all the other tanks, everybody else has it, but you. So I'm not gonna get on you too much about it because you did swap plus. We're doing ZG. We're playing much better. Please come. We're gonna do 20 man tomorrow.
We're just doing AQ20 and ZG tomorrow. What we have to get done on Tuesday then, we need to do Patchwork and A-Bomb with buffs. We need to be able to do Lothar. And on Tuesday is gonna be A-Bomb into Plague. Okay. We know we can do Spider without any buffs. We know we can do Vesuvius without buffs, and I think we can do Gothic without buffs. But if we leave Gothic up, okay, then all we have to do is Gothic with buffs.
The first kill goes to me. Anyone care to
It's
wager?
really important for us to get through A-Bomb, which always kind of sketchy. To get through A-Bomb, and we need to get through Plague buffs. We need to get to and through Lothar with our 2 hours still on Tuesday. Everybody come prepared. Yes, no random deaths because you have to protect your buffs.
Hey, Huygen, you just have to fucking. You have to just sprint out. You have to just sprint out.
No. If you get ported on Huygen, just fucking AFK.
No, last time they got you have to fight your way out. You got no choice.
There's a door, I think.
If you kill, just pop a fucking speed pod. Just sprint the fucking. Right? that's what I think I saw Niche do it this
Yeah,
week.
Niche did it this week.
He just pumped
managed
sprint and just ran through the entire thing and met us like on the 4th rotation. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying speed pot for anybody who isn't a.
It's a 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you don't get ported twice in
2-minute
one attempt.
like,
if you get ported in twice
There
in
is
one
cooldown.
On our mana pot.
Yeah,
But he's
don't,
mana pot
do you guys
play.
want to use mana pot and possibly die, or do you want to save that mana pot and just
I
in
don't know
case?
about that mana pot and possibly part.
Dude,
What if you hurt?
parse on the bosses that we fucking kill.
Does one hurt?
That,
Did you get ported there?
As much as I'm big
everything
against
super
that, I
grabs.
mean, I'm kind of a fan of the whole Earth idea.
Yeah, Earth is actually the play.
I think that's the play.
Pure mage. Pure mage, drop a port.
Depends when in the fight you get ported too. If you get ported like right at the end, you can just wait because the fight is gonna end.
I mean, you would have just got a 4 stats if you stayed on.
I'll give you like 2 mages, 200s, and they're gone.
So yeah. So anyway, people need to
Good progress.
be
though,
fucking
so
focused. But yes, tonight
that we actually got the
our
kinks
thing
ironed
strat
out.
one
We
was-
actually got that ironed out.
Yeah, if
With
we
love,
had,
might kill Thane.
Oh no, think of it
no,
this way.
I mean we killed
No.
Thane.
Might get it done. Might get it
We
done.
kill the
No, we
boss
rotate
because
around.
we kill Thane. The group split back off to rotate as normal,
Yes, correct.
and you just
And we have
rotate
buffs
like
so
normal.
everything dies faster. And we got everything to 50% today.
You have two.
With-
we have
with-
two rage groups split off on Zealot. You guys rotate in and out. Healers do your thing. The melee groups just split in and out like you would like normal, and then that's literally it. Mograine dies. The next one dies.
So
Zealot dies.
so what Dan's saying, just to refine this.
Just big focus.